Hello everyone, this is Zayla here from Zan TV, and I'm bringing you a cast from the PC Gamer Tournament. This will be a 3-game series between our players Nox, the red Zerg in the bottom left, and Dodge, the orange Protoss in the top right. This is from the PC Gamer Tournament, which I have cast a few games from in the past, and this is, I believe, the quarterfinals of the tournament, which we'll see played between these two players. As you may have seen earlier, we've seen a game of Nox, and I haven't cast one of Dodge yet, so this should be interesting to see a new player. The map is GSL Daybreak, which provides a fairly safe natural with this very small one ramp, which the Protoss can easily use once sending to wall off. It looks like Dodge is going for a Forge Fast Expand here with this very well placed pylon, trying to get a Forge maybe around just in the corner here, keeps the pylon at the back and protects it. I think we'll probably see the Zerg going for a 15 hatchery into this. Yep, it seems like he's got something going down there. Yes, here we go. Okay, it's this may just be his scout though. I see his Overlord's doing a scouty thing, which will take a long time, and this probe is getting down, ready to put down a Forge. Yes. Is there a gap there? No, there's not. That's perfect. That allows him to wall up across here with as few buildings as possible. This drone should soon scout out this Forge fast, and Nox will probably respond with either trying to break it down or just taking an early second and probably a third of his own to try and pull the economic lead from the Protoss. He may also try and block this expansion with his drone, but that is rather difficult to do as a Protoss player, as the drone as probe just needs to get in there for a bare minimum of a second or two. And we see that Nox is not taking an early expand and is instead trying to get a few lings out to maybe slip them up here before Dodge gets the cannons up and just annihilate this worker line, which with 4 lings would not take any time at all. And if Dodge isn't very good with his worker defense, this could well be game for him if these lings manage to sneak in and attack. He's only sending 2, however, and these other 2 are just going to stay back to defend any counters that may come from him. Although Nox should soon see with this Overlord what's happening in Dodge's base, and will probably... Nope, there goes the cannon, and these lings, if they did, they could run up and suicide themselves into this probe line up here. No, he's just going to use them for some scouting. And let's see, Dodge knows that ling is there. However, Nox does not know that Dodge knows. Okay, we see the gateway finally going down at the 4-minute mark. Although he is taking the Forge fast, so that's not unnatural. The foot cannon is up, so there should now be no more ling harassment, unless he can make 5 and maybe just slip a few around this little bit here. We go over to this, we see that on the units we see the Protoss is ahead in his probes, but Nox is ahead with his army supply, and that queen he has should speed up his economy greatly. We see his expo is almost finished, and the Protoss's expo is finished, and he's doing his drone transfer, and he's transferring. Gosh, that's a large transfer from the Protoss, but it is perfect to saturate each mineral patch with 1 drone, and if he needs to, take another drone and move on to gas. Although he hasn't got a drone saturate on each mineral patch up here, which he should change from take one of these and move over to this one on the right, which would just slightly increase the mineral production, not very much, but that 50 minerals could mean the difference between having enough minerals to get a stalker out and defend, or not, as the case may be. Okay, we see a cyber going down, and this wall up is now very good, as it prevents the lings from running just straight in. They now have to run all the way through here, past this cannon, that cannon, and up into his base. And I'm wondering if we might see some Nidus play here from Nox, as this natural is very, very undefended. So a nice Nidus just over here in the corner could just utterly annihilate this whole probe line and shut down half his production. And mining, of course. We see metabolic boost being researched for the Zerg, and that the first, and he's got his 3rd assimilator going down, 3rd and 4th, sorry. So we're probably going to be seeing some heavy gas builds clearly here, which could either be, we've got a pylon going down there to prevent any sneakiness coming from Nox, and one over here as well, which gives him early warning for any mutual harassment. But I'd imagine we're going to be seeing either some heavy air or heavy Robobay play coming soon. This Overlord just standing here, ready to take this expansion if needed. And then, as we see, this expansion is certainly the worst one to take in this case, as this one has many more minerals you can use. Although you still get six mineral patches here, and I mean, it's alright, but you do get your rich Vespene, which you only need, of course, one of these to account for 2 of the normal Vespene geysers, which would save you some. This sentry is going to slowly tickle this Overlord to death as it does its scouting thing, and will it see that? Oh, didn't see anything being researched at the Cyber Core, which could be bad, but we'll see, we'll see. This Ling is still doing its scouting thing and just waiting here, and yes, Nox is taking his 3rd to give him the economic advantage. We see Zerg missile attacks going up and a lair being researched and Roach, so we may soon see some burrowed Roaches being trying to be used to halt any further expansions by the Protoss, and maybe even try a few pokes into his base. We see weapons level 1 is on the way, Warp Gate Tech is almost finished. We see 6 gateways being added on, so maybe Dodge is trying for a 6 gateway 1 weapons push, which could prove very effective if Nox can't get enough defense out in time. But as we see, he has now got 5 Roaches and quite a few Lings on the field, and there's another 2 in production, so he should be able to defend this very easily, especially with his Queen here ready to transfuse at any given moment, as he has now got a 3rd Queen just for the sake of sparing creep tumors, and he'll probably take it over here once this is finished, I would imagine. See 7 Roaches down, and we see ground armor level 1 going down, and another 4 Roaches being created, and yes, Roach movement speed is being researched, which is very effective in this case, as it will allow him to much easier defend his base if he has much creep spread over the area. As you can see, he's almost already joined up his 3rd to his natural. We see 5 sentries, so this is quite interesting. So all that gas is being used to put into oh my gosh, look at this. Just highlight it. We see a lot of excess minerals and gas for Dodge here. Pylon going down, another one. He doesn't seem to be doing anything with these minerals and gas. And if you look, he's got 5, 7, 8 gates on the way, so he should have some huge production going. And there we go. That's wiped out some of his gas, but that is not a huge army in comparison to Nox's army of 17 Roach, which, I mean, I know these Stalkers might be able to handle those Roach with the added support of these sentries, but with this Roach movement speed he should be easily able to maneuver around, and this is if he's going to in fact do a push at this point. We see that now the Zerg has pulled ahead in economy, as he's now moving more and more over to his 3rd, and the natural is getting slowly mined out, and we see the Protoss is still pretty strong in his natural himself. Oh, and here we have the first concentration, and this Protoss should easily be able to clear out these Roaches. Oh, and they've escaped, and that's a very good micro from Nox, splitting half his forces each way, so it's forcing the Protoss to choose either to send all his forces after one, which he has, as he's done, or just to split them and chase after, which he has decided to do later on. Although this is kind of impotent right now, and we see 22 Roach. So Nox obviously just decided, oh, I've just lost a bunch of Roach, I'll just re-macro because I'm on 3 base, and my opponent's only on 2. As we see, there's a lot of Stalkers in Stalker Sentry, but with 1-1, which could prove very dangerous to Nox here. So it's 23 Stalkers to 31 Roach, which I would be forced to hedge my bets on the Stalkers here, as if we look at production, we don't see any Burrow, but we do see Hydra Den going down, which, oh, his engagement, and these Stalkers have got massive concave on these Roaches. The Roaches are going down, 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 and oh, he's trying to force the back of them, but he didn't quite get all the force fields off in time, as I believe, yes, Nox tried to snipe the sentries, so they could not get their force fields off in time. Although these Stalkers are trying to push in soon, and Nox knows he doesn't have enough units to engage, although he does have 19 Roaches being produced from his many hatcheries, and we see that level 1 shield is on the way, a Hydra is being produced, and let's have a look. Will these extra Roaches be able to make the difference? He should really have a couple of spines up him just along here, just to protect the back of his base, and use, oh, here come the force fields now, this is it. These Roaches should go down, and as we see, there's 1, to 1-1, and these stalkers should easily be able to clean this up, but there's more and more roaches being constantly produced by Nox to counteract this push. We see 12 hydras in production, which could prove to be the detriment of this stalker force, as they will easily burn through everything here. And here we go, here come the hydras coming out, but he needs to get these all together in a clump to actually deal with this effectively. And as we see, there's a lot of hydras going down here, but we see them more and more just constantly being produced. We see more roaches on the way, and that third base is really helping Nox here hold off this attack, but I believe this will be unstoppable, especially with this reinforcement of seven stalkers coming in, and these stalkers getting in, and that's the GG for Nox. So yeah, that's 1-0 to Dodge in the first part of this 3-game series. We will see what happens next, and yeah, comment, like it if you want, and subscribe please guys, and yeah, the link for the tournament will be in the box below, so you can check out any action on the PC Gamer forums there. See you later.